So about a week ago I made another video for this channel and it was immediately censored and taken down by YouTube. In that video I did nothing more but report on things that are actually being reported in the mainstream news. And yet the things that were being said that I was reporting on mainstream news were against YouTube's terms of service. The video was removed. You cannot say anything that goes against what the WHO says, regardless of what mainstream source says it. Now, we all know right now that the left is in control of the censorship. Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc. If you say anything, even remotely close to against the narrative, they're going to take it down. Prime example is when I was sick with the sickness that most people have had by now. I went to the doctor, I was given medication, and when my friends asked me how I was doing, I put out a one-sentence tweet that told them I went to my doctor, I told them the medication that he gave me, and I said that I was feeling better. And that tweet got taken down for medical misinformation. So, most of us are aware now at this point that we are living in, I don't want to call it a totalitarian state because that's a bit much, but we're living in a world where we are not free to speak the way that we should be in this country. So, we've talked about how I believe, I do feel, and I would say I know that there is going to be a massive backlash and a lurch to the right coming up real soon, starting with the upcoming midterm elections. One thing I haven't talked about, and that I'm really beginning to feel hardcore, is that I believe the worst part of that lurch to the right, I believe the one thing that could scare us all, even people who consider themselves on the right, is I believe there's going to be a massive, extreme backlash on the censorship. Most people are thinking, hey, if the right takes over, they're going to get rid of all this censorship and you're going to be able to be free to say what you want. That's not the way it's going to work. What you're going to see is just the opposite. You're going to see censorship of the left, but it's going to be even much more extreme to the point where if you're even center right and you're saying things that could even intimate that you support any of the things that are on the left currently, it's going to get removed. It'll be, instead of misinformation or disinformation, they'll probably call it dangerous speech, right? It's not a hard picture to draw here. You think about the case that they're able to make right now for the extreme left and the transition surgeries that are going on, okay, in our youth, right? You think about that. It will not be that hard for the right to convince people that people talking about those things are causing a danger to children. Now, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with that. My point is, I believe that's the direction we're going. I believe we're quickly going to get to a point where people are going to be like, whoa, 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 this has gone too far to the right. You know how people are walking around right now saying, whoa, ho, ho, this has gone too far to the left? The backlash is going to be triple, and it's going to be much more extreme. You could end up with, instead of, posts being censored and removed for medical information, you could have posts being censored and removed if they even speak badly about religion at all. We don't know where this is going, but I don't like where it's going, because the more extreme that I see being pushed right now by the left, to me that is all being done on purpose. It is all being done on purpose to elicit a response from the right. And I do believe that they're going to get it. And I hadn't really thought about the censorship thing too much until that video got removed. And when I can't go on YouTube and just simply say what a government official is saying because it's not from a left-approved state, when I can't do that, we don't have freedom. There are a lot of people out there right now who think that they're getting the truth on a lot of subjects, and it's simply not the case. They're just not being allowed to hear any opinion other than one approved opinion. And the people in this country and all across the world are tired of it. And that's fine. They want changes, and that's fine. I think we all do. But boy, oh boy, the worse I see this get, the more justified those people that take over soon are going to be when they start censoring and removing and using their own new terminology. It won't be mis and disinformation, but believe me, a couple of years down the road, we're all going to look at ourselves and say, what the hell did we do? How did we get this far? How did we get into this place where if I put out a tweet and if I don't say praise Jesus, they're going to remove it? Obviously, that's an extreme example, but you see my point. We're all going to have to be careful. We're going to have to hold our leaders accountable, or we're going to have to become our leaders ourselves. I've said that in the previous video. And this may be our last opportunity. And what I mean by that is that, another couple of cycles of, Congress and presidential elections, I don't know how much longer we have before the whole thing falls apart, because nobody can even come close to seeing eye to eye. You have debates for senators going on, and one side wants to ban abortion completely, and the other side says it's totally fine to put a 10-year-old on puberty blockers, etc., etc. It's not a tenable situation. There's no middle ground in between either one of those two sides. Yet that's what we have to choose from, unless we decide to do it ourselves. That's it. Short and sweet for tonight. Plus, I wanted to make it short in case YouTube decides in case they decide to remove this one, which I would really love to hear the reasoning behind that. But you never know. You never know anymore. And that's the point. You think about the energy behind that. When we're just on social media saying something, not knowing, is this okay? I mean, the number of words that I've had to withhold just in this short time is obscene. So it's easy for me to say we have to have change. Sure, vote for anybody but the left, right? But that's how we got where we are. Remember, that's how we got where we are. Everybody was saying anybody but Trump, and now this is what we have. We have anybody. So I don't know exactly how bad. I don't know exactly how fast this is going to happen. I do believe there's going to be a major shock November 8th, and I'm not saying that from a partisan side. I think there's just something coming that's going to shock a lot of people, and my hope is that it can be peaceful after the election, but I'm not confident of that. Genuinely not confident. I don't know what either, we've already seen both sides be willing to be violent. Let's put it that way. But we're going to know soon enough. What do we got? 2 or 3 weeks? 2 or 3 weeks, and then we're going to know, unless some craziness happens between now and then, and they don't, let's just hope no craziness happens and we get the vote on the 8th. I think that's the last thing. All right, if this does not get removed, I will attempt to begin making more videos again. Sorry I had to mind my tongue. Hopefully you get the code words, if you know what I mean. appreciate all the support, and I'll see you again soon.